Hey guys, thanks for coming to check out my channel today. Today we're going to be talking about the art of color correcting. So color correcting is whenever you see like the crazy colors and people look like clowns all over their face and then it blends away and disappears and your face looks like, magical. No, I'm just kidding. But that is what color correcting is all about. So let's not waste any time and let's just go ahead and jump right in and get started. So the products that I'm going to talk about, and I talked about these in my April favorites video, but we're going to talk about the LA Girl Pro Concealers, and these are their color correcting concealers. So we have the orange, the salmon one, the salmon color orange base one. We have the yellow corrector, and we have the orange corrector, and these are the most common colors whenever you're correcting. The other color that they don't have is a lavender or purple base color. So what I'm going to do instead for that one, whenever we talk about it, I'm going to use the Conceal palette. This is the Profusion Conceal palette, and these have the same concept of colors. So you can see them right here, and so you have, here's the lavender, the yellow, this is the salmon color, the orange base, and this is the green color corrector. So let's talk about color correcting and why we color correct. So basically what you have is you have the color wheel, and I will pop that in up here if I can, or I'll have it like on its own separate shot. So the color wheel obviously is a wheel, and it looks like a pie, and it has the colors of the rainbow in it, and the colors, some of them are facing opposite of each other. So whenever the colors on the color wheel are facing, opposite of each other, what these colors do is they are going to cancel out another color and neutralize that color. So it's not going to turn it a different color, it's going to neutralize the color. So for instance, we have the green one. Let's just start there. So like I said, green cancels out red. So what you're going to do with the green one is you're going to put that any place where you tend to get red. So for me, that's going to be my T-zone, like right here is where I get the most red. Most women get it right here. In that little divot of the nose. That's normal for hormones, so that's why a lot of women get red right there. Now I have a yellow undertone in my skin, but I have like red acne prone skin, so I like to take this and I like to blend it in like right here. And later in this video you'll see me actually putting these to work so you can see what I'm talking about, but right now I'm just going to talk about what the colors are for and what they actually do. So that's what the green is for. And like say you have a pimple that's popped up and it's red, you can also put the green over that to neutralize the red. So whenever you think of color correcting and makeup application, what you're thinking of is that you are trying to make your face a blank canvas. You want just a clean slate for you to be able to come back and you can bring all the color back to life that you want to through the makeup. So for your face, what that means is that any color or any hyperpigmentation that you might have that's already in your face, you're going to want to cancel that color out. Then you're going to make your blank canvas by putting on the foundation and the concealer. And that is going to essentially just make your face all one color. Then you want to start bringing in the color back into your face, and that's where you bring in the contour and the bronzer and the blush and, the highlight and the lipstick and all that other stuff. That brings the color back into your face. So this is, the color correcting is the very first step of the makeup application because you're going to use that to help you get that blank slate. So I hope that made sense. If it didn't make sense, let me know and I'll try to explain it better, but that's basically the gist of it. The next color that is frequently used is this orange or salmon base color. So this is going to go underneath the eyes, and that is going to cancel out any like blue undertone basically. That's the best way that I can think of to describe that. It's going to cover up your dark circles. So this area right here on me is extremely dark. You can see the veins under there. It's almost like a green, just dark color. So what the salmon color does is that it brightens. So like I said, I use this under my eyes, and you will see how I use this coming up in just a minute. So then we have the yellow, and the yellow is also what I use for underneath the eyes, and this is just going to brighten any colors that you want to brighten. So you can put this on top of the orange base if you want to. I usually blend out the orange, of course, and then I go in, and if I want to add yellow to correct, if I still can see those dark circles, then I'll go ahead and add the yellow. So yellow is really going to be dependent on your undertone. If you have a red undertone, you're probably not going to want to brighten using a yellow concealer because you're just going to look really yellow. So I have a yellow undertone, and I prefer to use a yellow concealer. They have a million different, shades of concealer. So based on your skin tone, it's going to depend on what kind of concealer you use. So now we've discussed underneath the eyes. Everyone's probably like, what is this purple color for? So purple is for brown or dark blemishes that you have on your face. So that is going to neutralize dark spots on your face for whenever you put on your foundation. So for me, I have like these, I don't know if they're freckles. They're not moles because they're not above this skin, but anyways, I have like these dark freckles, and I don't know, you can kind of see them right here. If I want to, then I will place that lavender or the purple color on those spots, and I will go ahead and put my foundation on top of that, and that covers up the blemishes. I don't use that step frequently, mostly because I don't care that I have freckles on my face. But let's say you're someone who is self-conscious about your freckles, or let's just say for a photo shoot or whatever you want to do, you want to cover up dark spots on your face, or say you have a birthmark or something like that of that nature, you can put the lavender on there, and that will neutralize that color. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and put these to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started and work on this face. So the very first thing I'm going to do, I've already washed my face and hydrated my face. So first I'm going to prime, and I'm going to use the Nivea post shave balm insensitive. I got this idea from Nikki Tutorial. Apparently she was out of primer one day, and this is what her boyfriend had, so she read the ingredients on it and saw that there was glycerin in it, and glycerin is what's in primer that makes makeup stick to your face. So she went ahead and tried this out, and it really works. So I went out and bought it, and it does really work, and I really like it, and it's a cheap alternative because this is like $6 maybe at CVS or wherever you can find it at the drugstore, and it's heavy, and it comes with 3.3 fluid ounces. Anyways, enough of that. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. Whoops, I kind of put a lot on there. Okay, so now I'm primed, and I'm going to go ahead and start the color correcting. So the first thing I'm going to do to color correct is I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is the orange one that we discussed. So I'm just going to go ahead and dab that underneath my eyes. So now that that's on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the green one from LA Girl, and I am going to put this on the spots on my face that get red. I know this looks crazy, but we're gonna do one more step. I don't do this every day, but like if I'm going out or something at night, especially at night because I'm tired already from the day, I will do this. But what I usually don't do is use the purple. So I'm going to go ahead and take that purple, and I'm going to put it on these spots that I have like right here that are brown. So like we talked about before, these are going to cover up some dark blemishes. So now that I officially look like a crazy person, we're going to go ahead and blend this all out. Okay, first of all, to blend underneath the eyes, I'm going to take like a foundation brush. This is the Essential Tools foundation brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and smooth out the orange part. So now that that is all blended in, let's go ahead and blend in the green and the purple. And to do that, I'm just going to take a pretty dense brush. I got this set like on Amazon, and I'm sad because like I washed it and apparently I must have got some water into the ferrule, even though I know not to do that. I didn't think that I did. So and I've washed it before and not had a problem, but I think I used Cinema Secrets and I did it a different way this time. But anyways, this brush is about to be dead because the bristles are coming out. Let's go ahead and blend this in. Okay, now that that's all blended, hopefully you can see that the redness in my skin has been toned down by the green, which is what it's supposed to do. So now I know you're like, really, you're going to cover all that up and it's going to be a ton of product on my face? But it's not. I promise this isn't going to look cakey or anything like that. So what I do next is I go ahead and I put on my foundation. Today I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is in the color 230 Natural Buff. So I'm a full coverage foundation type of girl, so I'm going to go in pretty generously with the foundation. So now that that's on there, I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge, and I am going to blend that all out. Okay, so now that that's all blended out, I know you're like, but Courtney, I can still see the orange underneath your foundation. Well, yes you can, and that is what concealer is for. So there's two different ways we can go about this. So what I usually do is I put on a Maybelline, the Fit Me concealer, but I'm out of that right now. So LA Girl also has the yellow corrector, and this is going to be used to brighten the under eyes, which is also what the concealer is for. Like the regular Maybelline concealer that I use for. But we're going to go in, since I'm out with that, out of that, and that has like a yellow undertone, the one that I use in Sand. So I'm just going to go ahead and we can use this for the sake of this video and see how we like it. So as you can see, that definitely brightened up the under eye area and got rid of a lot of that orange concealer, the correcting concealer. So now I'm going to go in with a regular concealer, and the concealer I like to use is usually a shade or two shades if I want to really brighten it up, lighter than my foundation color. I recently picked up the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. It says Camouflaging Concealer, and this is in the color Light Medium. So we're going to go ahead and try this one out. Whoops. So those are the places where I like to highlight. A lot of people bring it up into their forehead right here, but I don't like to do that because I have a lot of texture right here and breakouts right there, so I don't like to accentuate that area. And same with the chin, you can also put it right here, but I also don't like to do that. What I do like to do though is I usually typically bring this down more in a triangle, but that's why I really like a doe foot applicator instead of this. Let's see, I'll just add some more. Hopefully this isn't too much. I have a feeling it's gonna be, but let's just go ahead. Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it looks like. That is thick. Oh, Jesus. just said I don't bring it up to my forehead, but I guess I do. I don't put it there, but I naturally blend it out there. So, whoops. That is what that looks like all blended out. So what I do after that is that I definitely want to go in and set the concealer. So what I'm going to use for that is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to use this color in Lyric right here, the yellow one. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe M438, and I'm going to put Lyric anywhere that I put the concealer. So what I really like about the yellow powder is that it also brightens. In the alternative, say you don't want any more, you're like, okay, I'm bright enough, I'm like the sun, then you can just go in with a translucent setting powder and set your under eye concealer. But it's really important to set your under eye concealer, because if not, it's going to crease in those fine lines underneath your eyes, and let's just face it, that's not a good look for anybody. So let's go ahead and set this. Okay, so I think we are all set and ready to go. So hopefully you can see that the dark circles underneath my eye, at least that blue yellowy tinge that I have, is gone. I know you can still see like the line I have right now, but let's face it, like I'm exhausted. It's Sunday, probably like almost 7 o'clock, and I've been going all day, so I'm tired. But anyways, you can definitely see that the color has been corrected. You also see that the red has been neutralized on my face. And some of the darker spots that I have been covered up pretty well. Now, those darker spots that I have, those aren't going to be covered up completely. If I really wanted to go in with like the lavender color and really work on those, I could probably work on correcting those a little bit more. But for the most part, I don't care. We all have imperfections, and I don't mind having some freckles on my face. Like, it gives some character. Anyways, so let me go in and finish my face off camera, and then I will see you here in just a minute. Alright guys, here's the finished product. Hopefully after watching that, you can see how I color correct. I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do that, just like with anything else in makeup. I'm sure other people do it differently. That's just how I color correct and how I choose to do it, and where I think that I need it the most on my face. This can be different for everyone, but the general concept is that color correction is used to help neutralize any hyperpigmentation in the face before you put on your foundation and the concealer, so that you have a blank face to work with whenever you start to bring color back into your face. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to help you out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so you can see what other videos I have coming up in the future. Alright guys, thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.